Hi guys, hi everyone. So for today's video, you are going to see how to model a character in edit mode. So here's a blank document with a cube. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to go to edit mode, click on subdivide and make it into a sphere like this. So this is going to be the head of my character. So I'm just gonna make it look like a head by grabbing these vertices and clicking G and moving them on X axis like this because they are really sharp. There is where my ears are going to come. So I'm going to take all the pointing ones like this one and I'm going to click on X axis and bring it down like this. Same with this, but since this one has to go down not on the x-axis but on the z plane, so I'm gonna click G and then Z and then press it down. This one I'm gonna grab G and then press X and then move it inside. Same with this one, a little more G and X and move it this way. We can do without pressing X and all, but I prefer using the axis just to stay coordinated and so that everything is pointing in the right direction. So first thing first, what I'm gonna do is click on this viewport shading mode and so that I can see my object becomes transparent, and I'm gonna select everything on this side and I'm gonna delete vertices like this. Okay, so the reason I deleted them because I want to add one of the modifiers so that I only have to make half of my character. So I'm going to click on mirror modifier and then x-axis. Everything is just fine. So as you can see, the blender is now mirroring the left side of my character and I only have to do this side. Okay, so let's start with the tweaking of the head. So as you can see, the back of the head here kind of is very pointy. I'm gonna go back to the solid mode and I'm gonna grab this and again G, and since it's gonna be going inside in Y axis, I'm gonna click Y. So it's very simple. If you have to move something in Blender, just see pink one is the x-axis, the green one is the y-axis. So if you want to grab something and move it on x-axis, you just click G and then X or Y, whichever axis you think you want to grab it. Like in this case, I didn't press any axis because it's kind of in the middle. And then I'm going to grab this one and I'm going to press X and bring it a little closer. Okay, so this one is standing out clearly, so I'm gonna press G again and then maybe Z this time, and again G and little bit of Y, sorry, there. Starting to look more like a head. Sorry, there. Move it in y-axis like this. Okay, so the back of the head is looking fairly okay. The side is not. There. Is it better? Maybe we have to move this one in x-axis like this, and this one in x-axis like this. Okay, let's see. I think I moved this one way too much. So I'm just gonna click on this one, and click on G and X-axis there. So we're gonna, after putting ear and all, we're gonna do more modeling. So don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect right now. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select the face select over here. These are the three types, like this is the vertex, this is the edge select, and this is the face select. So I'm gonna click on the face select, and this will help us select the face. So this side is the mirror side, so it's not gonna let me select anything here. I have to select everything here. Okay, so I'm gonna select this, and I'm going to select this one, and I'm going to scale it a little bit on the Z axis like this. Scale this on the Z axis. That's better. Okay, yeah, that's looking better. Maybe select, we can scale a little bit this one on the Z axis. Just like the grab, the scaling works the same way. So for scaling, we press S. Just like grabbing, we press S and then followed by the axis key, X, Y, or Z, whichever axis you want to scale it in. So these two faces here are gonna form my neck. So I'm gonna scale this one again by pressing S and scale it in Y axis this time. Little like this. Let's see how it looks. My neck has moved a little bit, so I'm gonna press G, and again in the y-axis I'm gonna move it a little this side. Let's see how it is looking. A tad less small actually. So I'm gonna scale it on y-axis, and then what I'm gonna do is go back to my vertex mode and select this and press G and Y and bring it a little this side. This one, G and Y, and bring it a little this side. Let's see how that looks. Okay, yeah, that looks better. So I'm just gonna do the same thing here. Click on these two vertices and G and Y, and move it a little bit this side, because my neck is gonna be bigger than my chin, I hope. And then I can move this one also, G and Y, little there. G, and in Z axis I'm gonna move this a little upward. Let's see. Okay, it's much better now. I can move this Z axis like this, so that my neck vertices are in the same line. It doesn't matter actually, but just for the symmetry I'm gonna do this. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on the face select on this one, and I'm going to make my neck. So again I'm gonna press E, and then I will press Z, what, and then move the mouse down how much bigger I want the neck. I think that should be fine. So that's good. My neck, it's kind of thick. So to make it thinner, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna press Control R, and that will give me a vertex here. And if I roll my mouse a little bit, it's gonna increase the vertex like this. So I just want two of them here. That should be fine. And then I will scale it a little bit down. Sorry. Scale it on x-axis. There. Or another way to that is if I just click E and Z like that, and then if I press scale, it is going to taper the exclusion a little bit like this. As you can see, they are not sticking. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna press G and then X and move it together. Okay, that clearly did not work. So we're gonna leave it like this, and we are going to press Ctrl R and have two vertices there. So, and then we're gonna select this face. We're gonna press Ctrl R and have two vertices here like this, and then Ctrl R again and have two vertices here like that. Okay, that should be fine. So now I'm going to go to face select and select all the faces here. Then press E and G, sorry, press E, bring it down, leave it, and then press G, and then press X. Now E again, and then X. Okay. I'm gonna remove the subdivisions that I did and just add the subdivisions here. So I'm going to do Control R and have two subdivisions here in the middle.